What in the hell is going on in New York City? The mayoral candidate has just promised to protect criminals, block ICE, and fight Trump. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you see below, just dropped a nuke, a new bill that Trump loves that would wipe illegal aliens off the census. Elon Musk is throwing a fit. Democrats are panicking, and Trump is bulldozing D.C. Buckle up, Tuesday morning, July 1st. It's all coming down this morning on the Ben Dykes News Show. Let's talk a little bit about New York City. What the hell is going on? Zohran Mamdani, a guy actually running for mayor, says he wants New York City to be more of a sanctuary city. I mean, how much more can you get? Do you just steal the houses from the rich white neighborhoods and give it to the people eating dogs and cats? Apparently, turning the Big Apple into a magnet for lawlessness is the new campaign strategy. He straight up says that ICE is the enemy, and if elected, he'll fight the federal government tooth and nail. Well, Tom Homan has a different idea, because nothing this guy says is about public safety, like harboring fugitives, blocking deportations, blocking agents from doing their job. He claims sanctuary cities keep us safe. Really? Safe from what? Accountability? Well, President Trump isn't playing along. He's already warned us and warned him that any city that refuses to work with ICE, say goodbye to federal funding. Bye-bye to the free ride. Bye-bye to SNAP. Bye-bye to EBT. So if that is your mayor, he is probably going to get you in a little trouble. Now to D.C., where Marjorie Taylor Greene is swinging the biggest legislative hammer we've seen in a while. She just dropped a bill that will require a brand new citizen-only census. That means illegal aliens wouldn't be counted towards congressional seats or electoral college votes. California and New York would lose political power overnight. Let's be honest, that's long overdue. President Trump is all in. He and Marjorie had a phone call, and he said, let's roll. That's how you know this bill is serious. But as expected, Democrats are foaming at the mouth to kill it, because if illegals aren't padding the blue vote, the left loses power. This bill isn't just a political nuke. It's a roadmap to actually fix representation in this country. And the best part, Trump is ready to go to war with it. Meanwhile, guess who is upset? That's right. The Twitter overlord, electric car king, and now part-time conservative critic. He's fuming about Trump's spending bill and says anyone who voted for it broke their promise to shrink government, and he'll personally fund their political demise. Dramatic? Too much? I don't know. But now look, I get it. Debt is a beast, but here's the deal. Trump's trying to save his 2017 tax cuts, which the Democrats are itching to kill. If this bill does not pass, your taxes go up 68% for working Americans. More money for the Taliban, right? So this is a tough pill, but a necessary one. You can't fix 40 years of fiscal insanity in 200 days. Speaking of fixing things, let's talk about Alligator Alcatraz. Ron DeSantis is opening that up today. And Governor DeSantis, with some funding wizardry, just built a massive new detention center for illegal immigrants in the Everglades. Instead of the five-star hotels in Manhattan, they'll now be surrounded by swamps and gators and mosquitoes the size of my hat. Imagine the Yelp reviews that they're going to get on this place. Lawsuits are flying in from Democrats and the tree huggers, but the reality is this $450 million a year is a hell of a lot cheaper than letting 20 million illegals live on our welfare system. Here's the kicker. DeSantis is using the money that Biden earmarked for illegal hotels. That's how you turn the tables. That's what winning looks like. Here's another little bombshell for you. Senator Tom Tillis just folded after clashing with Trump and voting against the big, beautiful bill. He announced he's not running again in 2026. Trump responded with great news and is already shopping for an America First replacement, which could be his daughter-in-law, Laura Trump. Let me know in the comments, would you support Senator Laura Trump in North Carolina? I know I would. One more thing that should make your blood boil. The Senate parliamentarian and unelected Obama-era leftover just blocked a provision that would have kicked 1.4 million illegal immigrants off Medicaid. Billions could have been saved, but nope. She says it's not allowed. Move on. These people never stop wasting your money. It's a permanent feeding frenzy in D.C. Unless we get fighters like Trump, Green, and maybe even Laura Trump in office, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Here's the question for you guys, and I hope you leave a comment in the chat. Should we immediately remove illegal immigrants from Medicaid and pass a citizen-only census bill? I think that's what we've got to do. We're going to jump a little further into the news. Before we get too far into this, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. Join the channel as a member. You help me stay alive on YouTube because the overlords, they don't really like us too much. So if you can do that, it's going to help me a lot. Just become a member. It's like $3 a month to become a member on the channel. And it's really going to help me stay alive. Check out my members or my channel sponsor. It's called Chapter. They're going to help you with finding the right Medicare plan for you. Medicare open season enrollment is coming up. On average, people on the channel that are giving them a call are saving between $1,100 and $1,200 a year. You need everything you can get so you can take a maybe an airboat ride by Alligator Alcatraz. That's what I'm going to be doing. All right, so let's jump right into this. I got a lot of good stuff planned for today. A lot of good wins. And let's take a look real quick at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She came out on Twitter and mentioned the bill that she talked about. I just got off the phone with Trump, President Trump, told him about the new bill I'm introducing, Save America's Elections from Being Stolen. Her bill will require U.S. citizens, U.S. Census Bureau to conduct a new census immediately upon enactment. In conducting the new census, it shall require questions determining the citizenship of each individual. I mean, how dare we only count Americans? Count U.S. citizens only. Upon completion, the bill will redirect states to immediately begin redistricting. That will shift California and New York and even Washington State from having any damn power. Because you know as good as I do, the country's red. The cities are blue. Okay? Next up we got here. This is a video clip from Stephen Miller. He was on with Benny Johnson yesterday. Benny is killing it, man. I think he just hit 5 million subscribers. I am so envious. I want a channel like Benny. I just got to stick in there. I just got to keep fighting. That's my goal. Here's the big, what I would call spat that's brewing right now between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. It says Elon Musk knew long before he so strongly endorsed me for president that I was strongly against the EV mandate, electric vehicles. That I was, it is ridiculous and it always was a major part of my campaign. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to get one or own one. It says Elon may get more subsidies than any human being in history by far. And without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have Doge take a look. Big money to be saved. I think Elon has come to the point where he thinks he's bigger than the United States. I see a comment over here in the chat that nails it. Shoshone girl. Elon is not president. You're absolutely right. I believe Elon Musk thinks that the only reason Donald Trump is in office is because of him. Now, I like Elon Musk. He did so much for free speech. He did a great job. But for him to think that he is the kingmaker is a different idea. Somebody says good cop, bad cop in the chat. You might be right about that. You very well could be right about the good cop. Keep your hard work and you'll get there. Love your show. Thank you, Billy. You know, I sometimes I get a little frustrated with what's going on YouTube. I see some people putting out some really bad stuff and they do really well, but we'll just keep it up. We'll keep doing what we do. I walked into this restaurant yesterday here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It's called Chiba Hut. It's like a sandwich place. And just wanted to grab a sandwich for lunch. Walked in to this. A Mexican flag with a password flag. And I asked the waitress, hostess, clerk, where's the American flag? And they said, does it matter? I said, it does for me and my money, and turned around and walked out. If you're going to put up a Mexican flag and a password flag in a restaurant and expect somebody wearing a hat with an American flag to eat there, I'm out. And I would love to know what you all think about this. Was I wrong for just leaving? Or was I right in my principles? My opinion, I'm right in my principles. Don Blanchard thought I was right. And a pride flag too. Just the name of the joint sounds suspect. Like they ripped off a Star Wars character named Jabba the Hutt. Yep. I got out as quickly as possible. I don't know about you guys, but I am finished with supporting businesses that do not support my morality. I don't want to celebrate anyone for what they do in their bedrooms. I don't think they should have a flag displaying what they do with their buttholes. That's just my opinion, but that is my thought process right now. I don't want to get involved with any of that stuff. Communist restaurant. Yeah. True American. That is a great compliment. And if somebody calls me a true American, that's about as good of a compliment as I'm going to receive. Okay. Now, here we go. We got the audio back to this clip. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Rhinos are on the move, about to regain control of the Republican Party. This was deep into the weeds on her interview with Tucker. And Marjorie's back on track.
The Republican Party has completely failed, and it makes me so angry, Tucker. And I can't, I'm not supposed to speak out, right? I'm not supposed to have my own opinion. I'm supposed to just have blind allegiance to my party, and I'm supposed to cheerlead and rah, rah, rah. But that's not why I ran. That's not why I ran for Congress in the first place. I literally ran because I was mad at Republicans.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still mad at the Republican Party.
She ran because she's mad at Republicans. Companies fly password flags to avoid lawsuits from the Troons. Whoa. Great comment. Is Marjorie Taylor Greene wrong to go against the rhinos? I don't think she is. I think I misunderstood some of her opinions whenever she was saying some things. But I'm glad I disagree with her. I'm glad that she disagrees with the mainstream. And I think it's okay for us to disagree sometimes. At least it is on this channel. Here we go. Here's Elon vows to make sure every member of Congress who campaigned on reducing government spending but voted for the big, beautiful bill loses their primary in 26. Here's the problem with this. You remember a guy by the name of Ross Perot? You remember Ross Perot? Ross Perot is the only person that can honestly accept the blame of why we have the Clinton Global Initiative, why we have Hillary Clinton. I loved Ross Perot's dedication, loyalty, but he should not have ran and divided the Republican Party. It's the only reason that we have Bill Clinton. It's the only reason you ever know about a name called Monica Lewinsky. That is it. Careful, MTG, you'll get a terse letter from James Comer calling her out. You're probably not wrong about that either.